Hey there, Tuba Titan 12 here with a video about taming the final boss. My goodness. this episode was incredible. It's 10 out of 10. There's so much that happened. What I like about this series the most, I know some of the light novel readers may not like this, but I love the pacing. There's so much, every episode is like a movie. There's so many things happening. There's never like a dull moment to where, oh, I need this to be over so I can get to this or that. Every scene is worthwhile, and that's why I really, really love this show. So, one quick thing to get out, we did meet two new characters. Well, three technically, but two that were super important in my opinion. We met Levi, who was a sorcerer. He helped out a lot with Eileen getting from places. He used a lot of wind magic, so he was in there. He has his own little arc to where his family was kind of banned pretty much as like kind of slaves because they lost a war years ago. So he was cool. But we also had another character, the Empress. The Empress, I'm I'm torn on her. It could be a part of the game scenario to where she's trying to separate Eileen and Claude or try to get him into a new, I don't know, something, into a new marriage. But I don't know. She was very cozy with this other person I want to lead off with, Lilia. Lilia and her were going back and forth because she's been taking care of Claude. Because, spoiler, Claude has lost all of his memories. And I'm going to talk about that in a little bit, but I want to stick to Lilia for a moment. So, Lilia, it was revealed last week that she was also a player of this game. She's from another world, just like Eileen, so she knows the scenarios that are going on, but her route is completely different from Eileen. Eileen wants to be better, she wants to grow, she wants to find love with Claude, all that good stuff. Lily, she doesn't care about none of those things. Lilia just wants to see chaos. If you look throughout the past episodes, start from the beginning, it's very, very noticeable now that she's just using people around her to get action happening. It doesn't matter what the result is. Originally, I thought last week that no, she wants to have a certain ending to where she gets everybody. No, she doesn't care what the ending is. She honestly just wants to be entertained. And you saw that with another character that I'm going to talk about with Cedric. He's starting to pick up on things are kind of off somewhat. But Lilia she just wants to cause havoc. So when she came into the throne room, I originally thought that, okay, Lilia, she's behind all of this. She's trying to mess with Claude and have him go a certain way. But I don't even know if she's the reason. It could very well be the queen who was behind him losing his memories. Because when Lilia went to the queen, she didn't want to stop Eileen from going to this ball they're going to have for him to find a new fiance, which again I will talk about later. She was just talking to her saying, hey, let her go to the ball. Let her, she wants to see a show. She wants Eileen there to try to fight for him. She just wants to see what's going to happen. She just wants chaos. She doesn't care who wins, who loses. She just wants to make big scenes happen. And this is her way of doing so. She doesn't even like Cedric. She has no care for him whatsoever. She thinks he's simple. He thinks that he's going to lose her to Claude or whatnot. She doesn't care about any of that. She just wants to cause mayhem. And that's completely changes her character from just being evil to just being an outright monster to where she just wants to cause havoc. So again, going into this next thing with Claude losing his memories, I thought it was Lily who was behind it, but again, I don't think it is. It could very well be the queen because she was very quick to want him to get a new fiance and wanted to bar Eileen from everything. I don't know if the queen is a player as well because in front of the queen, Lilia even said she's the main character. Let's see what she can do. So for her to say that, the queen could be oblivious to what she meant, but she could also be a player as well. We never know. I'm interested to see how that's going to go. But going into Claude losing his memories, originally I was really, really upset that the show did this. I didn't know what they were thinking. I saw them finally say, they loved each other at the beginning of the episode. Claude kissed her, nibbled on her earlobe, all kind of crazy stuff, saying how much he cared about her. And I thought they were finally get together after episodes upon episodes of them not. Just for him to lose his memory, just like that. I don't know who's behind it. But I was really happy with the ending of the episode, and that goes to the pacing of the series. The series just keeps going, and it puts a lot of content in versus stretching this out for 2 or 3 episodes. You saw that she met up with him again. Even though he lost his memories, they gave a scene to where she was able to sit with him, tell him how much that she loves him, that she cares about him, that she wants to fall in love all over again. And it really got to him very quickly to like, man, this girl is, she can possibly be beheaded for seeing me. But nope, I'm still going to sneak in to see him. She was ready to risk everything just to be with him for a little bit longer, to talk with him to make sure he's safe and okay. And I loved it. This type of stuff is why I truly love this show. Seeing Claude and Eileen get with each other and their dialogue is just beautiful. It's all about story. I love my action, my shonens, I truly do. But with this type of stuff, seeing an actual story that's really played out right before your eyes and seeing characters interact with each other and not knowing exactly what they may mean when they say particular things, it's really refreshing to see. Between Claude and Eileen, as they're talking, even though he doesn't have his memory, seeing what she's saying to him and seeing her conviction with it, or hearing it through the voice actors are phenomenal in this series. But seeing her spill it out that hey, she loves him, she doesn't want to do anything else but fall in love with him again, even though he's lost his memories, she's right up on him, and you can see in real time him thinking to himself like, "Oh my goodness, she's willing to get beheaded just to see me. That's crazy. Nobody would do that." And you can see that they're on their path to gaining each other again. And as somebody who's watching for the first time, not reading light novels, it doesn't make me as mad as I was at the beginning of the episode to see that this dialogue is happening and knowing that they're on their way to falling in love again. It's really, really cool. The final thing I want to talk about in this show is Cedric. Cedric is somebody for weeks, if you've been listening to my reviews either on TikTok or YouTube, if you've been listening to my reviews, you know I hate him. I hate him with a passion. I think he's garbage. But is he? Is Cedric garbage? This is crazy, I know. Imagine in your life, you have somebody right next to you, talking to you nonstop, feeding your mind with information, but in reality, this person that you love and you think you love rather and care about knows your entire life history. Everything you're going to do, everything you would say, every interaction you would have, and they're able to direct you with their words to do whatever they want. Remember, I talked about Lilia earlier in this review. She just wants chaos. She's going to lead Cedric to do anything she can in order to create as much havoc as possible. Think about one of the worst scenes from Cedric when he tied up Eileen and was trying to draw out Claude and all that kind of stuff. If you remember back to the dialogue, he didn't come up with that. Lilia did. Lilia drove him to this. She's been constantly feeding this stuff into his ear to get him to kind of go crazy. So I don't know how evil he actually is, because in the real game, in reality, he was actually a good guy. So could Lilia be the true reason why he was acting like this? The Queen, you know, I don't his mom, or whether is she evil? I don't know. All this stuff is, it just really makes you think. The situation, the entire series, if you really think about it, the entire series, everyone's interactions are, many of them are vastly different from the game. It's all about relationships, who you're with, who you're around. Anything can change. So Cedric could have very well been a complete great guy. What if Cedric didn't run into Lilia first? What if Cedric met Eileen first and she was the first person to get her memories? What if he was around her instead? Would he have turned out the same? Would he be as evil as he is right now? Or would it be different? You saw later in the episode, he let Eileen in. He could have easily spoke out against her, says something, but I think he's starting to realize something is not right. He even warned Claude a little bit that Lilia's up to something. He could be waking up to realizing that, hey, she's evil, and maybe Cedric truly isn't. So guys, this episode gave me so much, but it also made me ponder and think about so many more things. in the comments, tell me your thoughts about it. What do you think about this show? What are some of your thoughts and your concerns? I'm very interested to hear it. But guys, I hope you enjoy your day. Follow me. Take care. Deuces.